Good morning and welcome to Dahshur, Egypt. We're here at the famous bent pyramid. As you can see, it's actually bent because the king who was making it, once he got so high, he made a mistake. The way it was being constructed, it was going to collapse at the top, so he had to change the angle at which he was building it, which created the bent pyramid. Really enjoying my time here in Egypt so far. The people are very friendly. Everybody's really hospitable everywhere you go. The food's great. Prices are pretty good. The weather's perfect, by the way, this time of year. It's February and it's in the 70s during the day and the 50s at night. Couldn't have picked a better time to come here, but it's just a really cool experience. On the way here, we drove by this big military base and oil refinery out in the middle of the Sahara Desert. That was really cool to see. But and now, I'm just a guy from a small town in Kentucky walking around in the Sahara Desert looking at pyramids. It's just a really enjoyable experience. I feel very blessed to have an opportunity to do things like this, things that I never dreamed I'd be able to do. But just really enjoying it, and I hope you guys are as well. I enjoy showing it to you. Just doing a little panorama for you guys so you can see how the whole desert looks here. It's really cool. Looks like there's some steps you can go up and go inside. I attempted to go into one earlier, couldn't do it. I got claustrophobic. You had to go down this little narrow tunnel backwards. I couldn't handle it, but we'll check this one out and see if you can go inside. But the other one they wouldn't let you film at. That was the red pyramid because it was so close to the military base. There was no filming allowed. So we'll see what we can get into this one. You can see here on the corner where it's eroded away, but you can kind of see how the blocks were formed. Well, getting used to this new DJI Pocket 2 camera I've got, but you can see where how the blocks are. Corner there's eroding away, and it's amazing how they built these things so many years ago. I think he said this was 5,000 years old. It's truly amazing the technology that went into building these back in those times. We're going down into the bent pyramid. I want to show you guys what it's like. Looks like I might have to go backwards. It's very tight. Well, I chickened out again. I couldn't do it. You saw how tall it was. You have to go down backwards, which I'm 6'1" anyway, so my head was hitting the ceiling. You have to go all the way down there. It's a long ways backwards. It's a tight space and the heights and all that put together. I can't do it. But I'm gonna walk around here to this corner and see what it looks like over here. You can see here how slick it still is. That's how all the pyramids were originally. They just kind of eroded over the time, but check this out. Welcome to Memphis, and I ain't talking about Tennessee. Memphis, Egypt, the old ancient capital, 5,000 years old. The statue here is Ramses II, the greatest king in the history of Egypt, the Pharaoh. The statue's about 3,000 years old. It's absolutely unbelievable. You can see some other artifacts here, some archaeological sites. sheep over there.
Ancient Egyptian dwarf, a man who is created suffering from pathological deformity, shortness of arms and shortness of leg, but he entrusted in many responsibility some works inside the palace. He watched the movement of harem, the wives of the king, while he was busy doing some wars overseas. And the dwarf, he can reach to high rank or position. He was intelligent, he was suffering, but God created for him bigger size skull and bigger size brain, giant brain, like a computer. This is a dwarf in some time. We discovered two kinds of dwarfs, one Egyptian man and one African used for amusement and entertainment their masters at night, because Egyptian king and the queen nightlifers and they love parties and they play acrobat in the air. I mean the Africans who came like captives from the war. But Egyptian can reach as a second after the king, take care all construction works in Egypt.
Hey.
Welcome to Egypt, welcome for Deluxe company. We are in a tour and that's part of Egyptology, and we are in very old city, it's called Memphis. And I'm very happy today with my friend Mr. Cole, Mr. Cole, and I hope all success for everybody, especially for him, because he did big effort to invade our desert to see ancient Egyptian pharaohs. And I narrate for him like a storyteller. And I promise you, you will find him is the best YouTuber in the world at near time, by going only the places till the past times of ancient world. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Mahmoud. He's a great guide. If you come to Egypt, look him up. Deluxe Tours.
Deluxe Tours. Deluxe Tours.
We'll take good care of you.
Good.
Here at another statue of Ramses II. It's pretty cool. We're now in Saqqara, Egypt. We're going to go in here and see how some Egyptian carpets are made at a school. Should be interesting.
First, you are welcome to our graduate school. I am local guide here to give an idea about the carpet here. Okay? As for the carpet, we have three kinds of carpets. The first kind, silk, natural pure silk. Touch and feel, please. This is the silk one. Second kind for cotton, and third one over there behind you, that's a weaving or imagination one. I will show later. As for the first kind for silk, a natural pure silk. This kind is depending on this design, and this design is divided into centimeter square. And here, each centimeter square take about 64 knots. It's 8 by 8. You see, so for example, 8 knots by 8 for centimeter square, 64 knots. And they are the loopholes by 2 layers. Come closer just to see. One from back a layer, another from front, and they are a gap like this. Put your hand please for this a gap. This is a gap to facilities to make of the knots. And now I will show you how the artist make the knots. Yalla Mahmoud. He takes 2 threads, one from back a layer, another from front, mix around, then down and cut it. Once more, I think it's easy. Back, front, roll, down. You can try.
We're now here at the famous step pyramid of Mahmoud. I just bought a nice Egyptian rug.
Yes.
Tell them about my bargaining skills.
You are wonderful in everything, in walking, in tourism, in history, also in shopping, bargaining.
Yeah.
You are a skillful person.
I didn't give up. I got
Yeah,
my
you are the
prices.
man.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, Mahmoud. There's the Step pyramid. It's the first pyramid built out of stone.
This is the first pyramid built in the stone ancient time by King Dahshur
Oh.
and Imhotep, who is worshipped later by the Greeks. God Asclepius. They made him equal to him. The step pyramid is the first one in the history. We have discovered in Egypt 137 big pyramids scattered in different places. And we have 3 countries in the world, Mayas, Incas, and Mexico. They built pyramids for animal or human sacrifice. You have been there, sir, before, and you noticed everything remarkably. And Sudanese noblemen, they imitated themselves like Egyptian pharaohs. For your information, they carved amazing pyramids underwater in the Nile River. You come here by walking. You go in Sudan by diving to see the pyramids, something wonderful. But still, motherland of pyramids, Egypt. And the first pyramid built in history consists of 6 layers upon each other, surrounded by enclosure wall, disappeared completely except this magical entrance. Once you will be on the way, you will find on both sides, left and right, you can see your face like a mirror image. Let's go to see pharaonic techniques.
Let's go see it.
Or clustered between the stones. They fixed them. If you remember childhood times, our teachers in the schools, they show us how to make puzzles, jigsaw. So there is no any gum or glue or cement to stick to stones. They smooth it fine, then they give it a layer of honey wax or glue or gum to see yourself as a king who is courted with bodyguards through this corridor direct to a courtyard in front of his pyramid. Look to the ceiling, it's still imitation of the palm trees, logs. And it is fine to reflect the life of village inside the beginning of the temple, its entrance. Let's go to see the corridor, which supplied on both sides with columns. Each column like a bunch of papyrus plant. On both sides, this is the entrance to 2 doors, but fake doors. Magical doors, open sesame.
This is really, really neat.
The king was walking here, full of courage, full of information, full of enthusiasm about the future. He had a plan and is still running in his country by good predictions and speculation for the future. Look, sir. So this is the most important architecture point of view design ancient time for columns. You can imagine all of this vestibule, all this hypostyle hall, complete like this way, until the original ceiling.
Wow.
مش فاتت ال100.
And here's the step pyramid. Mahmoud's going to explain to us a little bit about it.
Welcome to Saqqara, the step pyramid. As background, witness 7,000 years cradle of civilization. We can narrate about ancient Egyptian times. But it's better for us to study very well by analytics the psychology of the ancient Egyptian pharaoh. He built this edifice as a massive one and a big courtyard to tell the world he full of courage. Every 3 or 5 years he held here big carnival, Hepset festival, to elect and vote him in this time voting session. They bring for him strong bull, and he is wearing only the kilt or skirt and holding his hand like American cowboy. Long robe ends with lasso, and he is running everywhere with his strong bull. Try to catch the 4 leg and tie them together. And after a while of fighting, he put both feet on it and raised both of hands. I told you before my audience, my people, I'm still your pharaoh. I'm still power and still has hot blood, and I can rule this country for more political regime terms.
I'm gonna go down in another pyramid, or attempt to now.
مفيش حاجة يا باشا، مفيش حاجة، تمام. لا اللي قدام، انتوا قدام، انتوا قدام، مش شغل اللي قدام، مش هننقي، مش هننقي يا عباس.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Cartouche name of the TTI name the king. His entry pyramid is King 22,100 BC 16. Okay, take a picture from here, low. Foundation is low. Here this limestone. This is the granite. This one. Look at that. 25 feet.
Wow.
Here, storeroom. Storeroom to magazine, statue.
Oh.
To statue, no statue. Just a museum. Here. Start. This is sarcophagus. Sarcophagus basalt from Sudan. This is new inspiration. New inspiration. This original. Here is new. This is Cartouche name. Cartouche name from no mumia. Mumia Egyptian museum Cairo.
I'm out of breath. That was a hell of an experience going down in a pyramid. Stopped for lunch.
Oh.
ده بديهم رغيف
Oh.
يعني انا مدياك الهادي شويه عشان تعرف تمشي. سخن يا عم. خد بس كده وفوق. تعال.
Take photo for him while he's
Yeah.
baking with her,
Yeah.
with the Egyptian mother.
بس. كله بقى الرغيف اللي انت بوظته ده.
طيب حاضر.
ايوه كده.
سبحان الله. واو.
امسك كده. امسك. صور انت بقى صور.
Good morning, guys, from the Great Pyramid Inn in Giza. Sorry I didn't wrap up the video yesterday. A little tired when I got in, but just wanted to check in with you guys one last time before I left the hotel here. It's absolutely amazing. If you come to Egypt, it's about $100 a night for a room with a balcony overlooking the pyramids. Can't do much better than that, but just an amazing place to stay. But wanted to give you guys one last look at the pyramids before we head out. Don't know how you could get a better view than that anywhere. It's truly amazing. But hope you guys are enjoying the trip so far, and I'll see you in the next video.